do you think we will recognize one another in heaven?
Okay, do I think we'll recognize one another in heaven? I would say I'm going to put that in two answers. The answer to the question is yes, I think we will recognize each other in heaven. We're going to have transformed bodies when we get to heaven. The Easter message was all about that. 1 Corinthians 15 talks about the way the resurrection body is as different from the bodies that we have as a plant is different than the seed that was planted. And so it's exciting to think, man, we're going to look totally different. So the question is a legitimate question, are we going to recognize people? I think God has woven it into our systems to be relational people and for relationships to last for a long time. Eternity is, a long time, but I think we'll have recognition of people that we knew here on planet Earth that we see in eternity, and we'll have a lot of time to, have campfires and talk about life and watch the reruns on planet Earth and all those kinds of things. Now, if you ask the question a different way, do I have biblical examples of people who get into heaven and recognize people that are there? It's actually pretty sparse in the Bible. There was one time where there was a guy named Lazarus who was a part of a description that Jesus gave, and it seemed like he was a person who was recognized when he was in heaven. So there was that one example in there, but outside of that, there's just not a lot of examples in the Bible of people who are in heaven and then recognize each other and hug and those types of things. It's just not the way that heaven is described. But since our God is a God of love, he's a relational God, he gives us relationships here, I think our relationships on earth will be recognizable. And thankfully, I think our relationships will be repaired in heaven by the redemptive power of Jesus. So if there was brokenness here on earth, I think God's going to go ahead and repair those, and we'll have beautiful, God-honoring relationships when we get there.